What's going on, everybody? Jared Setzer here on the Jared Setzer YouTube channel. Thanks so much for clicking. This video is about how Yelp stole over $1,000 for me. The inspiration behind this is because I hope to spread the word to every growing entrepreneur around. Young, old, been in the game for a while. This video you need to watch. Everybody knows what Yelp's about if they've messed with it. But some people don't, so I'm giving you advice so that you don't have to spend thousands of dollars to learn the advice. Watch the video. Without further ado, first problem. So to get started, I just want to go ahead and explain my first interaction with Yelp. 2 years ago, 2018, kind of the beginning. My buddy and I had this business. I talked about it a little bit in my first video that I posted. I'll put the link for that up top. But talked about it a little bit. My buddy and I had this business, and of course we were always looking for lead generation services. We got calls from Yelp constantly, and come to find out that's something that they like to do is they harass you with phone calls until they find you on a day that you are willing to go through with their service, whether it be a good day or an extremely bad day that you're looking for lead generation services that might just help you out. Let me tell you right now, guys, before we get into this video, Yelp will not help you out. I've talked to many different people, and I haven't talked to one business owner that has actually gained anything from Yelp. So I want to start off with that. And yeah, I'll get into the first experience I had with them. So the first experience I had with Yelp, like I said, 2018, my buddy and I looking for lead generation. They're calling us, won't leave us alone. And of course we decided to go through with it. Being ignorant, young business owners, we weren't quite sure what to look for. We weren't quite sure about anything in terms of Yelp or services like this. So we just went ahead and signed up. Of course, the people really butter you up and they make you feel like it's something that you need, and it's going to be something that's going to be a vital aspect of your business, and it's going to take you to another level. Like I said, they really try to butter you up. They'll talk you up, talk your business up, say it's exactly what's needed on the Yelp platform for your area. They say that it's you could have a free profile on here. Unfortunately, nothing's free, guys. Basically, what they do is you could have a free profile, but it won't be found anywhere unless somebody's specifically looking for your particular business. And that's no lead generation service. Okay, so the first experience, 2018, we're getting all these calls, finally decide to sign up with them. We let it go for like 2 weeks, and that was the worst mistake we could have done. So if you are on Yelp, be sure to watch it every single day. You'll come to find out here in a second with the second story that doesn't even matter. But we let it go for about 2 weeks, looked on there, and it was $660 worth of ad revenue spent just on that one campaign alone, and we didn't receive one call. We didn't get a job from it. We didn't receive any kind of work. Basically, all we received was a big hit to our bank account. We thought it would be a great idea to just not pay. We tried to call Yelp multiple times. We tried to get a hold of somebody that could possibly help us because we just felt like, we were being robbed. And unfortunately, Yelp really doesn't care. You could talk to anybody and they make it sound like they care, but at the end of the day, you're going to pay no matter what. Even when the campaign doesn't run like they insisted that it would. So we let that go for like 6 months, didn't pay it, and eventually I got a phone call from a debt collector and said that basically if we didn't pay for it, it was going to go on my credit and I was gonna have like a warrant out for my arrest because I had yet to pay Yelp the 660 that we owed them for absolutely nothing. And basically, I didn't want a warrant, so I had to pay that $660 just to stay out of jail. As an 18-year-old, that's pretty threatening, especially when they go from your best friend wanting the best for you to then sticking the cops on you. So that was my first experience with Yelp. Second experience, this is about a year and a half later. I really didn't have much going at the time. I was confused on how to, create lead generation just with my personality, with my business itself, how to make an impact on these people's lives, which I think is the lead generation that you're going for, guys. Building a relationship with your customers will help more than Yelp, will help more than Home Advisor, will help more than any online platform that is available to you. But I'm sitting at home and I received a phone call for the multiple dozenth time from this gentleman named Kyle, who I called and told him every single time he actually called me, I would tell him that I was extremely not interested and that Yelp had already stolen $660 from me prior to this time. And he insisted to me, guys, he insisted that the platform was changed and they worked out all the kinks and that it was not the same thing as it was before. After a 2-hour phone conversation with this gentleman, basically telling him that I wasn't going to do it for, the dozenth time after calling and calling and calling. I kept telling him I did not want to do it. And he got me on there, said, okay, you're just going to want to pull up Yelp, and got me to fill out all this information. And I told him, I was like, all right, well, I'll see you later. I'll talk to you later. And he told me, yeah, no, he wasn't leaving until I filled it out, put my credit card in, because it's what's best for me. So he stayed with me, guided me through all of these instructions, made me click all of these extra things to ensure that I was going to get the most work as possible in the shortest amount of time. I told this gentleman that I was already screwed over by Yelp once before, and that I wasn't really interested, but I could afford about $200 worth of Yelp ads just because I had nothing else going at the time. And he said, okay, well, $200 is perfect. We're going to set up this account that has a $900 budget on there. And basically all that does is it will put you among the top rankings in Yelp, and everybody will be able to see your business right out of the gate. It's going to be perfect. And so I went ahead and went with it. He told me that when it hit $200 on the little app that I downloaded on my phone, that I could just end it and it would be a $200, ad campaign at the end of it. And so he convinced me. I let my guard down, and unfortunately, he convinced me. I filled out all the stuff. I put my credit card in. I started the ad campaign, and I was going to end it at $200. So the first 4 to 5 days, it didn't charge me a dime, and I watched it like a hawk. It did not charge me a dime. It stayed at zero. My budget stayed at zero for, like I said, the first 4 to 5 days. And then I noticed that it charged $50 the 6th day. And I was kind of okay with that. I mean, that's $10 a day for lead generation. I still hadn't gotten a call, so that's kind of steep. I don't know about everybody else, but my budget for lead generation is not $10 a day. So it charged $50. And I was like, okay with that. I let it go another 2 days. I kind of let my guard down because I wasn't expecting this. But 2 days later, after the $50 charge, I went back on my Yelp app, and my budget was then at 560 cents. $505.60. How crazy is that? 2 days, it had jumped $450. Not once did it give me the opportunity to even end the campaign at $200. So that gentleman's a liar. He told me to call and let him know how my campaign was going when it was finished. So of course I finished the campaign right then and there. I ended it because my budget was $200 from the jump anyway, and it had already climbed to over $500. So I ended the campaign and proceeded to try to get a hold of him, Kyle, for the next 2 months. I called dozens and dozens of times, and not once did he answer my call. I left voicemails. I emailed him, and he never once got back to me with any of it. I even called the service department that he was at, and another gentleman answered. I told him, I was like, hey, look, man, I've got no problems with anything. I just want to talk to Kyle. I was just trying to get a hold of him so I could, explain to him how I really felt like he gave me the shaft on this, because, 2 hours on the phone, he made me feel like a friend. I definitely did not think that he was going to give me the shaft the way he did. He explained it all to me. Like I said before, that it was what I needed. He buttered me up good, said that it was exactly the step that I needed to take. I was going to receive a whole lot of jobs for it because people were searching for it, and there were no roof cleaners around. So I could never get a hold of him. He's yet to call me back to this very day, which makes me very bitter towards him. But, he's not going to get a hold of me. I can't talk to him. But I did call another department, the financial department at Yelp, to explain to them how I felt like that was kind of an unfair ad campaign, being charged $450 in just 2 days. One day was $100, and the next day was $350. And the lady was looking at it. I of course made her feel like I was in a pretty bad spot. Like my grandma was in the hospital at the time. I was trying to pull all the different ins and outs to try to get some money back because I could not afford the $505 that they charged me. They told me lies, guys, so I was going to see how it worked the other way. The lady felt really bad for me. She went on there, she looked at the ad campaign, and she noticed along the timeline that it was a crazy jump those last 2 days. She said it, she wrote it down, she put it in the history of my Yelp profile page, and she told me basically that she was going to send it to her manager, and he was going to look over it, and he was going to, determine if I could possibly get some money back, something like that. But she assured me that he was going to call in 24 hours. And I never received a phone call from that guy. I haven't to this day, and that was well over a month ago. I still haven't heard from him. And, that's what's to be expected when you work with Yelp. I called a list of times to multiple different people, and nobody ever called me back in any regards. Basically, they knew that my account was charged, and I knew from previous experiences that if I didn't pay for it, that they were going to put a warrant out for my arrest, because that's how Yelp works. This billion-dollar bully, it's really not a lie. So I never got a phone call from the people. I was waiting though, so that I could pay for it on here. I wanted to show everybody so that they didn't think I was lying. I'll put it on the screen, but it's kind of hard to see from there, I'm sure. But $505.60. I let it run for a while, December 1st, January 1st, February 1st, because I was going to do this video, and it took quite some time to get a hold of these people, no surprise. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. I really don't have any other stories. Just a very bitter couple stories about Yelp and how they've literally stolen over $1,000 from me. Other people may not say that that's stealing because I signed up for it, but have an experience with Yelp and let me know exactly what you think stealing is after that. This is a very bad platform. I suggest that no beginning entrepreneurs use this platform. If you're ever concerned with lead generation, Yelp is not the way to go. I really hope I helped y'all out, guys. I think that every new business owner should watch this. I'm just trying to give a piece of advice from my eyes, from what I've been through, because that's not very fun. In total, it was $1,165.60. is how much Yelp has stolen from me. And unfortunately, I can't leave bad reviews anywhere. I've got 5 other videos, guys, and watch them if you please. I would love for you to. But really, I just hope that you took the time to watch and listen to this video, because honestly, I just hope that this happens to nobody else. They've offered me over $1,000 in ad credits because of my situation and multiple different occurrences. And I've turned them down every time because I don't want anything to do with Yelp. I would rather not see Yelp's name ever again, and I definitely will never use Yelp again. If y'all have some time, guys, watch the $1 Billion Bully. It gets into it much more than I did right here. Very good show. The audio's kind of messed up. It's hard to listen to, but a lot of good information. They explain it all a whole lot better. But it's not a good service, guys. Stay away from it if you're starting a business. I know times get tough. Leave some comments. Hopefully I could help you out with whatever issues you're having currently. And whatever you do, stay away from Yelp. That's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope it helped. And I really hope it gave you that assurance not to use Yelp. If you made it this far, comment Yelp sucks in the comment section below. I'll be sure to get back to you. Be on the lookout for my latest flip video. I got into the flipping game because of my buddy Michael Pendergraft. Everybody go check out his channel. I'll put a link for it in this video here. This right here was a Nike 4XL jacket. I bought it for 20 bucks at Ross, and I sold it on eBay yesterday for $110. So that's sweet, guys. I'm really looking forward to getting into this game. Be on the lookout for a flipping video in the future, hopefully, and be on the lookout for other videos to come every Thursday, guys. Be on the lookout. Thursdays are the day. I'm really trying to stick to it, so I'd love if y'all are gonna watch. Leave the comments below if you are watching, and let me know what you're thinking. Thanks a lot, guys. Peace out.